Kamari Wilson's a guy that seems like anytime I talk to any kind of beat writer or analyst from a major program at the very highest levels, that he's on the list. He's got pretty much his choice of where he would like to go. Your thoughts about him and the rest of the DBs?
So I have him and Dylan Everett from IMG. I had them on the list. They both expressed interest on visiting Florida State. Kind of the same thing as a Dendy and Stewart kind of deal. Got to get them on campus, see what happens. I don't think a Wilson comes to Florida State. I think Everett has shown more of a interest in FSU. He's their number 2 target right now. From what I've been told, he's their number 2 target at DB after Travis Hunter. So they like him a ton when you look at their entire defensive backboard. So for him to be number 2 overall on their defensive backboard says a lot. Get him on campus, see what happens. He's been in constant contact with Florida State. See what happens there. A guy who I think is underrated, and there's a couple guys here, is Devin Moore from Naples. He's been a long time Florida State lean. I think that's probably cooled off a little bit as he's gotten more offers. Guy runs 22.3 in the 200. He's tall, almost 6'3". So tall, fast, can play safety, can play corner. I think that Florida State could have landed him earlier. But with COVID and everything, he wants to take visits, like you said earlier, which is smart. Florida State's been high on his board. They were an early offer for this coaching staff when they came on. He's a name to watch. Trey Donaldson at safety, the local kid, number 17 nationally at safety. So they're working to get in on him. He's a Florida lean, plays basketball, kind of the Terrion Arnold. There's some people in Tallahassee that think he could be a better football player, which it's hard for me to say right now, but he's got a top 12. Florida State's in that top 12. He's showing a desire to listen to Florida State. We'll see what happens there. Like I said earlier, a kid who doesn't make sense to me, who has no recruit ranking but has 20-plus offers from schools like Alabama, Florida State, Auburn, Miami, LSU, is Nick Cole out of Donaldsville, Georgia, 5'11", 175. How he has a 0 ranking is beyond me. He's one of the best players that no one talks about. I would love to see him on Florida State's commit list because the kid is really good. He's dang good. I think he's better than a lot of the options that FSU is recruiting that are higher rated. That doesn't make sense to me at all, but hopefully he gets his recognition here. And a kid that a sleeper kid in Florida that they just offered is his name's hard to pronounce, so I gotta look at it, is Javion Celestine. He's from Miami, went to Northwestern last year, transferred to Miami Palmetto. Very recent offer, 5'9", 160, a little bit smaller, but go cut on his tape. He's Greg Reed Jr. Dynamite with the ball in his hand. He hits like a ton of bricks. I would love to see FSU get in on him. He could be a guy who could put points on the board as a return guy, and also is just that Miami going to cover you like glue. Going to be a dog. He's a dog. So I really like him. He's one of my sleepers this year. But a lot to figure out at DB with Travis Hunter and Sam McCall. With the possibility of them playing on offense. So I think that's a position that we see unfold more in the summer.